president trying to deal with the border crisis. The administration first floated he would ask for about $2 billion. The request actually went up yesterday, and he asked for $3.7 billion. The president says that is needed to deal with the humanitarian crisis, to have more surge of border people, more judges to handle this, some other resources to deal with this. But listen here, Bob Goodlatte is the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. They would have to consider this legislation. He says, I don't think so.
$3.7 billion is a slap in the face of the taxpayers of the United States to say this problem, in my opinion, created by the President of the United States in terms of his lax enforcement of immigration laws. It's gotten back to these home countries now saying, well, give me money and I will use it to help them settle even further into this country.
That's a conservative on the House side. Before we get to the discussion, here's a conservative on the Senate side. Tom Coburn last night on Crossfire, he also says no.
Look, for $8 million, you can put them all on a first-class seat back to their homes. That's $8 million. That's a first-class seat, one way to each of their homes.
So the president, Molly, wants $3.7 billion. Tom Coburn says you could solve this with $8 million. They'll give him his money in the end, will they not? They at least concede. They may disagree with how this started. They may disagree with everything the president wants to do, have some disagreement there, but it's a crisis. Are they just going to tell the president no money?
Well, it's starting to look like this is not going to happen, at least not the way the administration wants to. I mean, and it's striking. These are a couple of Republicans that you just played. He's not getting a terrible amount of backup from Democrats either. You know, there was not an outpouring of, you know, rallying around their party, rallying around their president. Julian Castro was on the show just a few minutes ago, and he offered a rather tepid defense, I thought, of what the administration wants to do. It kind of shows you how little political capital Obama has these days. You know, I think there are pitfalls for the Republicans too, and just like they've done with immigration, appearing to stonewall absolutely anything that the president wants to do, even in the face of a crisis. But he's not getting a lot of backup on this issue.
And so how does it play out? There's a lack of trust, as you know. The comprehensive immigration reform, that idea is dead, probably for the rest of the Obama presidency. But Jonathan, if everyone agrees that having 50, 60, 80,000 people at the border in these temporary detention centers, or whatever you want to call them, is a crisis, is it just, are we going to have a total lack of political will to figure it out?
Very possibly. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time in Washington that's happened. As Molly mentioned, there's a total breakdown in trust right now between the Republicans and President Obama. And I think beyond that, there's a reluctance to be seen as doing anything at all to sort of enable President Obama or even help him politically in an election year. I think the combination of the lack of trust and the combination of the fact that look at the calendar, we're in an election year, I think is a recipe for more gridlock.